Hi, I'm Steph from Cruise with Amber and you're watching a short cabin tour on Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. This is the second video in a three-part series on Scarlet Lady, so be sure to check out my other videos on the interior and exterior spaces on board. So I stayed in cabin 9042Z or Z, which is a Sea Terrace cabin. Now the numbering system on Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady might be a little different to what you've experienced on other cruise ships if you sailed before. The first number is the deck that you're on, and the next three numbers denote your cabin number, and then the final letter is the side of the ship that your cabin is located. Cabins ending in Z or Z are on the starboard side of the ship, and cabins ending in A are on the port or the left side of the ship. Virgin Voyages describes these Sea Terrace cabins as personal retreats with yacht-like sensibilities. My first thoughts were that with so much going on board ship, I can really see these as being a comfy place to just crash. So these Sea Terrace cabins can be found on decks 8 through to deck 14. So out on the balcony, the terrace, is a woven hammock, and I passed up on the opportunity to try it out for fear of giving the people in the offices near the ship an entertaining view of me struggling to get in and out of the thing. But I'm sure this will be amazing to laze in on sea days. The Sea Terrace cabins sleep up to 4 people, but my cabin sleeps 2. A few dimensions if you're interested: the interior space is 185 square feet and the exterior space of the terrace is 40 square feet. When the images were first released, I can admit that I thought it had a little of a budget hotel feel, but having slept in the cabin for one night and experienced it, it was nothing like I first expected. So proof you shouldn't be too quick to judge. The bed was also super comfy, and I wish I could have stayed longer, but I had an early start the next morning, so there was no chance of that. So a little bit more about the cabin. It features an European queen bed which transitions into a seabed. However, if I was staying in this cabin, I think I'd have it set up permanently as a bed configuration. But I've attached an image for you here to see how it is set up as a day bed. And there's also a small movable table which I turned over on its side and put on the ledge next to the bed to act as my bedside table. And the main charging points seem to be on the desk area, which is small but functional. The personal tablet located on the desk area can be used to adjust the mood lighting, music controls, movie streaming, or even one-touch room service. The curtains are also quite clever, and you can open and close them with a push of a button, although they didn't seem to close as perfectly as I'd hoped. Other amenities in the room are fresh tap water, which is replenished by your steward, and there's also an ice bucket and a fridge. There's also a hairdryer in the cabin. So here's the minibar and retail menu and the laundry list, so you can get an idea of costs. The decor is light and airy with some good pops of colour. Now the decor might not be to everyone's taste, but that's what choice is all about. Storage wise, there's plenty of storage for 2 people in the cabin. There's just no drawers, just shelves. But there's quite ample space to store your belongings, I think, and no different to the amount I've experienced on other similar cruise ship cabins. I only had a carry-on case with me, but you could easily fit a full-size case or 2 in the wardrobe space on the floor, or if small enough, you can put carry-on luggage under the bed if you leave the bed set up permanently. And there's also a full-length mirror on the side of the wardrobe. I was pleased to see that there were normal proper coat hangers rather than the ones I've experienced on cruise ships before, which have the socket attachment. If you know which ones I'm on about, you know how frustrating they are. So on to the bathroom. It is smaller than bathrooms in other cabins I've stayed on ship, but the roomy rain shower was indeed very roomy and lovely. And it's nice to have a glass door, which I found out perhaps too late, opens inwards as well as outwards. The rest of the bathroom is quite compact and bijou. I don't think you could fit more than one person in here at a time. However, I did like the lighting, and the complimentary toiletries from Red Flower smell gorgeous, and there's lots of them, so no scrimping on tiny plastic bottles here. The black soap was also an interesting twist, and I can confirm it didn't leave my hands discoloured. So there's my review of Virgin Voyages Sea Terrace cabin. Although it's not to everyone's taste, my final thoughts are it would be a cabin I would be quite happy to stay in on a Virgin Voyages holiday. So be sure to check out my other videos on Scarlet Lady, and if you like this video, please consider subscribing.